there's that. Next is Little Big Planet. This is a fun side-scrolling 3D platformer. And, I mean, everybody talks about this game. This is a really very good game. Little Big Planet. And the user-created content is really the coolest part about this game. Hold on. Lots of talking. Or rambling, maybe. I really enjoyed this game. I haven't been able to put that much time into it, especially the user-generated stuff, but it's very fun. It's very, I mean, you can really create whatever you want. I mean, think sort of the Minecraft of side-scrolling platformers is how I'd put it. It's not quite as, I mean, you can't do quite as much as that, maybe, but it's close. I mean, it's really awesome. It's a really awesome side-scrolling platformer. And the characters, you know, easy to get behind, so to speak. And I think kind of becoming Sony's mascot for PlayStation. You know, I know in Japan it's that little white cat or whatever, but I really think Sackboy could be a pretty good mascot for Sony, because Sony doesn't really have a mascot. Next is Lollipop Chainsaw, which at first glance, this looks like the stupidest game you've ever seen in your life. Which, I mean, I guess kind of it is, but it's supposed to be that way. It's like real campy. And you go around hacking and slashing zombies with your chainsaw, and, you know, there's all kinds of really suggestive, ridiculous stuff in here. It's very over the top. That's part of what makes it fun, I think. You know, and you got your little well, your boyfriend is like, you have to chop off his head to save his life or something. So throughout the whole game, he's like on your hip, like being dragged around, making all kinds of ridiculous comments and stuff. So it's not for everyone, but it's a Suda51 game, I believe. So if you like those types of games, like if you've played Shadows of the Dam and you like it, I'd say get this. It's like I said, it looks from the cover like, oh my god, this game is going to be awful. How could anybody possibly buy this game? But it's fun. Let's see. Mafia II. Now this game is really fun. Like I really like these 50s settings games, I think. Basically, you just came back from World War II, I guess, would be the setting. And you have to find a way to make money, basically. You know, so you end up working with the Mafia, which I guess you were involved in before you went to war, is maybe the story. But anyways, it's really fun. It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, but it's a little more polished, I would say, than Grand Theft Auto. And I found the setting very, very fun. You know, if you like the Mafia-type movies and such, I think you'll find this very fun, because it's very much that type of setting. So, that's it for that one, I guess. You know, unfortunately, I never played Mafia 1. I have it. I have 2 copies of it, actually, but I just have never gotten around to it. Which I'm sure I will. And maybe that'll explain some stuff about it, but it's very disconnected from my understanding, so who knows. Mass Effect 2, and I've heard I've heard that for the PlayStation 3, there'll be a compilation coming out of all 3 games. And I think it's for the Xbox 360 too. But for the PlayStation 3, it's a big deal because Mass Effect 1 hasn't been released on the PlayStation 3 at all. So if that comes out, I'm definitely picking it up, and I'm definitely playing all 3 of them in order. You know, playing this one again. I've already played it 1.5 times, all the way through. You know, just because it was so good. At the end, I started it back up and started playing again. I had a tremendous amount of fun with this game. Unfortunately, after kind of trying to play through it a second time, the replayability isn't that great. Just because, I mean, a lot of it you're going to be going, okay, skip this, I've already seen this, and it doesn't matter what you choose, you get the same thing. But I think playing all 3 of them in order, you could play them over and over again because there's just, you know, it's such a long story arc, and they kind of carry over. So, like this, the cartoon to this game is supposed to carry over, and it kind of does, but I think it would carry over better if there was a Mass Effect 1 save to carry over, so to speak. So, there's that, and it's a really interesting game, and it's really cool the way they've done it. That arcing games thing, where one save translates to the next. That would be really cool if they would do that with more games. And it really encourages, for developers, I mean, it really encourages you to buy the whole series instead of like, oh, you know, I'm not going to buy this one. It's just the same thing over again. If your arcs carry over, then you kind of got to pick up the whole series, or you're out of luck. I mean, imagine if they did it with Assassin's Creed, and well, I mean, the story does carry over, but imagine if your saves and everything carried over, so to speak. I like that element. Next, we've got the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, and when I got this after I got Metal Gear Solid 4, and after that I downloaded Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation Network because I felt like I had to play these in order. Unfortunately, after defeating Revolver Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 1, I kind of got lost. And I don't know, I never bothered looking past it, so I haven't gotten to any of these yet. And I know that's like, Metal Gear is like a huge series, you know, it's a big thing of games. I mean, it's not any like little tiny piddly series. It's one of the biggest series on the place, maybe the biggest series that Sony has, or across all the generations, maybe, yeah. So, I mean, I need to play them. Part of it, though, is that I don't like the stealth aspect of it. I don't like having to sneak around everywhere and wait for guards to pass. I feel like I'm wasting my time when I do that. And maybe it's just me not liking the stealth genre in general. Although, I mean, I guess I like Hitman, what I played of it. But, I don't know. People just go on and on about these games. I feel like I have to play them because, you know, they're so highly praised. I mean, how could you not play them when they're that highly praised? So, who knows, but I have to beat the first one first, so I'll look it up, and you know what, maybe I will, no, I can't just look it up on YouTube, because I gotta do the Psycho Mantis fight. I know I have to. So, anyways, I'll get to that eventually, when I decide I just want to dedicate a whole bunch of time to just playing the Metal Gear Solid series. Whenever that might be. I'm sure I'll get on, you know, something about it at some point here. You know, I'll get my panties in a bunch, so to speak, about playing all the Metal Gears. And I was for a second there until until the whole thing where I got lost after beaten Revolver Ocelot, so I don't know. And then Metal Gear Solid 4. And like I said, haven't really got to it yet. I've booted it up just to, you know, download whatever patches needed to be downloaded or whatever. And that was about it for that game. Let's see, then I got Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition. And this game didn't hold my attention for very long. It's fun, but I mean, it's just another Midnight Club game. You know, I've played the Midnight Club games on the PlayStation 2, and it feels very similar to that. I don't know, I think I just had other things to play at the time. This actually feels a little bit like Need for Speed Underground 2, which was like my favorite Need for Speed game ever, so I should really like this. I'm not sure, maybe I just haven't been in the right mood for it lately, I guess. Or not even lately, I don't know. I just haven't gotten that very far, and it just hasn't held my attention very well. I'll pop it in and play it eventually, but it's arcadey, and I don't know. This game held my attention much better. And it's not the best one, either. It's not the best Need for Speed. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and I actually had more fun playing the police cars than the race cars, and I've not done that much with the race cars, actually. Most of my fun in this game has been, you know, pursuing the cars and knocking them out. It kind of reminds me of Burnout Revenge, sort of. And I'm sure, I think Most Wanted will probably feel a lot like a Burnout, because it's made by Criterion, is that how you say? Yeah. Which is the same people that make Burnout, which this is going that direction. Need for Speed is kind of going that direction. Need for Speed hasn't really made a good game in a long time, though, in my opinion. But they always make a decent game, I mean, or EA, I guess, is who makes it. Well, this is Criterion Games, too. That must be why it feels like a Burnout game a little bit. But, I had fun with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, though, I've had more fun playing the cops and busting the, busting people and flipping their cars with my, expensive cop cars. Sorry, my neighbor has a loud truck, and I was wondering what that was going on outside. Next is Need for Speed Shift. And this, it's a racing simulator, and it feels, the sounds and everything are really great. It feels really meaty, I guess you could say. Sorry about that. My camera seems to have died again. It seems to suck an incredible amount of batteries for some reason. Anyways, this game really has... wait, what am I... No, I'm sorry. That's not the game I was showing at all. This game really has a very meaty feel to it. And, it's, like I said, it feels a lot more, sort of like you're actually there than Gran Turismo 5. But the physics isn't quite as good. But, I mean, it depends. Do you want it arcadey or do you want it realistic? Or what parts of it do you want realistic, So, I've had fun playing that game. I especially like how it feels like you're in the car. It's great. Oblivion. I was talking about Bethesda earlier, and this follows the same sort of thing. I mean, I know a lot of people absolutely love this game. But for me, I don't know. It should be my thing. That's the thing. There's something about maybe the graphical style, or maybe it's the somewhat glitchiness at times. Or maybe it just doesn't translate well to a console. Maybe I need to play it on a PC. Maybe that's the thing. But I should love this. I just really, I don't. When I first played it, I got lost in the freaking cave killing rats, and I don't know, it wasn't really my idea of a fun time. So, I don't know. I know a lot of people just adore this game, but like I said, for me, maybe I'll try and get more into it at some point. I mean, there's got to be something people love so much about these games. So, Portal 2, I loved this one. I never played Portal 1, but, you know, I asked around when I was getting it. I said, do you need to play the first Portal, you know, to really get it? And I think it would have helped maybe a little bit, but for the most part, no, you don't need to. Because I wanted to play it on the console. And it's a fun game. I don't know how much replayability it has, because once you solve the puzzles, you kind of know. Although there's user-generated content. People created levels and stuff for it. Valve always has kind of a unique... it's a kind of a unique company. It does things a unique way. And it's funny. This game is funny. There's parts of it I was laughing out loud at, just because it was... anything that was involving Cave Johnson was just hilarious, I thought. So, I had a fun time with this game, laughing at it and solving the puzzles, and I would recommend it to, like, anyone that wants something different. It's a very different kind of game.